In today's video, I'm going to sit down with my wife and all of you, and I'm going to let her listen to what my very broken and congestive heart failure ridden heart sounded like precisely before I started carnivore, and what it sounds like today. I'm going to do this live. You guys are going to see Jen's reaction, and you're going to get to listen for yourself. What do you think of that?
It's like a brand. I'm like gonna cry.
What more evidence do we need than what you're about to see in today's video? Let's get started. Before starting today's video, I wanted to let you know that I will be at Meatstock 2026 in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I'm absolutely honored to be there. I hope you guys will join us. It is going to be incredible. Dr. Baker's going to be there. Dr. Barry's going to be there. Dr. Chafee's going to be there. Dr. Kiltz. All of your favorite carnivore YouTubers and influencers will be there as well. And you can get $50 off today by using code HealingHumanity. Visit meatstockconvention.com and use code HealingHumanity for $50 off.
In today's video, what did carnivore do to my husband's heart?
We're going to be talking about my heart. I have something incredible to show you for you to listen to in today's video and for Jen to listen to for the first time. And that is what my heart sounded like prior to carnivore, what it precisely sounded like prior to carnivore, and what it sounds like after. And Jen and I have been together for
30 some years.
Oh, she doesn't remember the number. I get in
32.
trouble for that.
32.
32 years. We've been together since age 14.
So the first time I kind of listened to his heart, it was very irregular, ba-bum, ba-bum, very weird, irregular, fast, slow. I mean, it wasn't a normal heartbeat like I was used to. I knew something was wrong with his heart. I always wondered, how long is he going to be around for? Am I supposed to be dating this guy? Are we going to get married? Like every doctor appointment that I went to, and to be clear, I had to go to every doctor appointment because he doesn't know how to ask questions or be...
He's an idiot.
So yes, he is an idiot. Every time he goes to a doctor appointment, I have to be there right there to be the mommy and say, okay, we need this test done. We need this test done. Why is his heart this way? Why is this that? And he kind of looks at me like, shut up. And I'm like, no, we need to talk about this. So I got to be at every single one of his doctor appointments, which was a blessing and a curse at the same time because I knew what his heart sounded like. And I knew that it didn't sound right. And I've seen him do stuff outside that he shouldn't have been doing.
So prior to carnivore, this is what I have on the screen here. This is what my heart looked like. And this isn't like, oh, he just had one test. No, this is multiple tests. I have had a lifelong irregular heartbeat since birth. I've worn heart monitors, Holter monitors. I had them in kindergarten, 3rd grade, 5th grade, all throughout my life. I've had multiple EKGs, ECGs, heart echoes, many heart echoes. And I have had a heart catheter. That was a very invasive procedure.
Yeah.
Subsequently, I've had a CAC scan done. I've had an advanced lipid panel done. My heart has been tested thoroughly both before and after carnivore. But before carnivore, this is what it looked like. 124 beats per minute, tachycardia, which is a fast heart rate. 48% of my beats were premature. 44% ejection fraction. TFO, which is a small hole in my heart. Cardiomyopathy, cardiac arrhythmias, and they diagnosed me with congestive heart failure. They said, your ejection fraction is 44. They literally diagnosed me with congestive heart failure, and they told me it's chronic, and you're going to have it for the rest of your life, and here's a bunch of medication you can go on for it. Here is kind of a cool little chart. This was 11 days before I started the carnivore diet. This was my heart. Now, you might be looking at that and be like, what does all that mean? What does that mean? Well, what we're going to do in today's video, I think is pretty incredible. We have technology at our fingertips to take a closer look at all this. Now, you heard my heartbeat before carnivore.
Yes.
You were the one that heard it after carnivore.
You guys will hear what his heart sounded like before carnivore. And it was just, I've never heard anything like it before. We were just watching a movie in bed at nighttime, and I just had my head on his chest, and I'm like, Carrie, there's something wrong, I guess.
Or not wrong.
Because I said wrong because it sounded normal. That is different for me, for him. You're going to hear what it sounded like, and you're going to hear what it sounds like now. I was like in shock. He's like, yeah, you don't know. You're not a doctor. No,
I was a jerk.
Yes, thank you. I can't say that stuff.
It was unbelievable to me that she was saying my heart sounded perfectly normal because with the congestive heart failure, you get some swishing sounds. It doesn't sound healthy when you listen to it. I've heard it many times when they do the heart echo. I had a stethoscope, so I listened to it. It was highly erratic, irregular heartbeat, premature beats. It was a mess.
That's terrible.
Imagine an engine that's sputtering and squeaking and barely performing and exhaust and backfiring. That's what my heart sounded like
That sounds
before.
like you.
So this was 11 days before I started carnivore, right? Now let's move this out of the way. We're gonna go into ChatGPT, where all of this that you see on the screen here, there's 13 heart records, heart echoes, heart catheter, before and after carnivore. I loaded all this into ChatGPT. Now I'm gonna add this photo I just took, which is this on the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna talk to ChatGPT. Let's talk to ChatGPT, shall we, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT, I want you to behave as if you're my cardiologist. This was a heart EGC that I had prior to carnivore, 11 days prior to carnivore. I want you to just describe what that heart would sound like and what your overall impression is based on this attached report. All right, let's see what ChatGPT has to say. He's thinking about it. Looking at your ECG from 11 days before starting carnivore and cross-referencing with your echo reports from that period, here's how I describe it. As your cardiologist, your heartbeat would not have been steady and rhythmic. Instead, it would have been irregular, sometimes fast, sometimes with extra or skipped beats. That atrial fibrillation or undetermined rhythm meant that the normal lub-dub cadence was lost. So instead of a clear lub-lub, lub-lub, it would have sounded chaotic, erratic, and uneven, with beats coming in clusters, pauses, and irregular spacing. You may have also had faint systolic murmur, a whooshing sound between beats, given the mild valve regurgitation. So ChatGPT told me all of this. Now, what I want to show you guys, this is crazy. This is very interesting. So there's this tool, firefly.adobe. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm going to tell ChatGPT something now. ChatGPT, I want to use the Adobe Firefly AI sound effect tool to recreate precisely my previous heartbeat before carnivore, based on the ECG, based on the echoes, based on the 12 reports I loaded. 124 beats per minute, tachycardia, 48% of my beats were premature, 44% ejection fraction, cardiac arrhythmias. I want you to take this information, but mainly the ECG, and I want you to give me a prompt I can put into Adobe Firefly AI so that it will recreate the sound for me. We're gonna do this live with you guys. Jen has heard my heartbeat before, but you're gonna hear precisely what it sounded like as a flashback, because you can't hear it like that anymore.
Prepared because it was scary.
So here it goes. ChatGPT is coming up with it, a Firefly prompt. So it says, I won't read this whole thing. Create a realistic medical heart sounding recording that captures a pathological heartbeat. The rhythm should be highly erratic, 124 beats per minute, 48% of beats premature. So it's literally copying the precise, what you see here. It is describing that in words. I'm going to put this in here. This is Adobe Firefly. I'm pasting it right now. There's the prompt, and now I'm going to hit generate.
Oh my.
This is crazy what this technology is, but you guys are going to hear, this is what carnivore did to my heart. So it gives us a couple variations. This is what my heart sounded like prior to carnivore.
That's pretty much it. It was very irregular, very off. An extra beat, a beat that was taken away. It wasn't regular like everybody else's.
I want to show you guys this. I recently shared this at Low Carb for Better Health. And so this again is the before and then the after. I'm just going to roll the whole thing now so you can hear it. Make sure I get the volume up all the way so you can hear the comparison. Now here's the after. What do you think of that?
It's like I'm like gonna cry. I already knew it, but it's like a brand new heart, realistically. I mean, seriously. For the haters out there, they're gonna say something stupid. You can have his medical records. You can see everything. And I am truthful. I've been with him since I was 14. He's been through so many medical procedures and issues with his health, and I cannot believe the guy he is today. I mean,
Does that get you a little like I'm almost tearing up right now.
goosebumps, I see.
I got
He really does.
it's just crazy to me because I have had an irregular heartbeat. I was born with it. Highly erratic. It wasn't like I would go into the nurse, right? You've been to all my appointments. I didn't go into the nurse and just like, oh, this is it. It was every time the nurse would check my heart, they were like, oh my goodness. They were taken aback and they would say to me, did you realize you have a
Yeah.
murmur and an irregular heartbeat? And every time I would say, this in the medical records, but every time you go and you get a new nurse and they tell you that, to hear that afterwards, like what other sign of healing do you need?
Oh,
Is that not enough for you?
no.
Are you not entertained? Like, what else do you need? That is a testament. That is miraculous, in my opinion.
That's beautiful. I mean, think about it. You went with that since birth. You have been struggling your whole life, not only with your weight. I've been with you a long time. So it's not only been your weight, it's been you can't do things. Like I can make fun of it now. But beforehand when he was so heavy, and then his heart wasn't working well, we'd be outside. We have 20 acres here and we have a wood fire burner. And that's how we would heat our house. We would be out there cutting down trees. And literally, he's holding this huge chainsaw. And in slow motion, I see him falling backwards with his finger on the trigger of the chainsaw. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there it is. He's going to kill himself. And I can laugh about it now because it's just stupid. But
Live chainsaw, I fainted. You had to call 911.
he fainted and I had to pull the chainsaw away from him and make sure he was okay. He had all his safety gear on, okay, so he was okay. But the point is that he was that faint, that he was that bad that he couldn't even do it. So I'm a woman. I do it. I shouldn't. A lot of women say, well, I can't do that. I had to take over and down the trees and cut them up and all that stuff. But that was him before. This is him now. He can run with Dr. Bear.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
He can do stuff with Dr. Baker and lift heavy weights.
It's a good cardiovascular exercise. Yeah, it's good for helping Maggie out on the ranch. Chop, 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 chop. Let's go.
We just spent the entire day filming with the incredible Dr. Sean Baker.
You can have bragging rights. You can have the first bite of steak.
He could have never done that before. So it's a complete 180. He's completely changed. His heart is perfect. I'm just so thankful that he found carnivore. There's so many more reasons besides the heart. It's the anxiety, it's the depression. He's here for me. He's here for my kids.
That presentation that I gave at Low Carb for Better Health, never in a million years would I have done something like that. I hated speaking in front of one person. There was 200 people that I stood up and
Medications.
put them back on.
He took medications when he was on
Erratic.
a live stream like this back.
I'd have to medicate myself.
He literally would medicate himself. It wasn't even in person. It was just like we are right now. And I was just terrified.
But as Jen was saying, prior to carnivore, I could barely stand up at times. We talked about this before, but we go to church every Sunday and I would stand up and I would have to hold the pew in front of me and you would grab my arm because you'd say, oh, are you okay? Like I'm literally going like this, ready to fall over. And it was at church after starting carnivore, a couple months in, that I stood up and I'm like, I feel amazing. I'm not dizzy at all. I jumped up out of the pew and then I'm like, I feel like I could run a marathon. So when she told me your heart sounds better, I was in disbelief because I didn't know how that was possible. But in the back of my head, there was a little bit like, I feel like it's better. I feel so much better. I feel like I could run a marathon now. So yeah, I went in, I had my heart echo done after carnivore. I went to the doctor for the first time in my life. I had no reason to. I was perfectly healthy, nothing wrong with me. I just wanted to get these results to show you. And the results are my congestive heart failure reversed. I no longer have evidence of cardiomyopathy. My ejection fraction went from 44 before to 60 after. That was me dropping the mic
I figured that.
on all of the carnivore haters out there and all of the people and doctors and media and broken healthcare and broken food system that screams at us, you can't eat meat, you're going to clog your arteries. I relented for over a decade not eating meat and it has absolutely healed me. It has healed my heart. It has cured me. It wasn't just the absence of junk food. I went a whole year eating clean keto vegetables like all these plant-based people keep telling me to do. You saw me.
I did it.
Strict. It was a matter of life or death for me. I did it. I still had depression. I still had a heart murmur. I still had congestive heart failure, as witnessed In this report right here that was taken 11 days before I started carnivore, I had heart failure and a highly erratic heartbeat. Eating meat, eating a proper human diet healed everything. It healed my metabolic health and it healed everything.
And just for the haters out there, it makes me so upset because if you have a loved one that you want to take care of and you have this in your hands to give them, what is it going to do? What is it? I want you to show me a proven fact that somebody that's on a carnivore diet, that has a heart attack, that has you know, a stroke, something that has been on it for years. Like Dr. Kiltz, look at Dr. Kiltz, 15 years, I believe
Yeah.
he's been on.
Well, everyone that says you're going to have a heart attack on carnivore, how many people do you know that have suffered a heart attack? Sadly, I know many, you know many.
Yeah.
Close
I'm
people
sure
that
all
will,
do.
that would, and I have no doubt if they were eating like we are, a proper human diet, it never would have happened.
Mm.
I don't know a single person that suffered from a heart attack that was eating a carnivore diet. Do you? Ask yourself that question.
Right.
No, they were eating the standard American diet. They had poor metabolic health. They had inflammation and insulin resistance, which damaged their blood vessels, led to a heart attack, and then we blame the cholesterol, the repair mechanism that was going there to repair it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting mad now, but
Right.
it's criminal. It is criminal. And then you go down the rabbit hole of statins.
Don't get me
I'm not going to get going on that, but
Yeah.
I took statins for 8 years, brain fog, memory loss, muscle aches, all for what, Jen? A 1 in 100 chance of having a benefit. 99 out of 100 people. This is the number from the statin companies, my friends. 99 out of 100 people see zero benefit. Zero
But
benefit.
you see a lot of negativity.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No.
Or the fact that there are studies out there showing that statin use is causing dementia. And nobody knows this because every single person is put on a statin. Why? Why is every person put on a statin, Jen, when only 1 out of 100 people benefit? So every elderly person in the world is on a statin. They get dementia and they think, well, that's just getting old. Well, no, I think that is from, in large part, the statin, but it's blending in. Well, you're just older. There's nothing we can do about it. Nobody's realizing it. It is absolutely criminal. I want to just end this video with quoting the amazing Dr. Ken Berry.
Your body, even though you feel like it betrayed you years ago, you actually betrayed it.
In our trailer. And I'm going to end this video with our trailer. You think I'm fired up and passionate about this? I've traveled all over the world, filming incredible stories of healing, just like mine. Healing incredible things you couldn't imagine. And in our trailer that you guys are about to watch right here, Dr. Berry says, you may think your body failed you, but the truth is you failed your body. And that is the truth. I was failing my body by not eating a proper human diet for years and years and decades. You end up with chronic systemic inflammation. You end up with heart disease. You end up with strokes. You do it long enough, and mark my words, you will be diagnosed with cancer. 1 in 2 of you watching this will be diagnosed with cancer. And I'm sorry, this is harsh, but this is the truth. It is very likely that when you are diagnosed with a cancer, you caused it. Your body didn't just do it as a fluke. It's not genetics. You caused it from having chronic systemic inflammation from years and years and decades. You can get that from smoking cigarettes. A lot of people don't smoke anymore, but almost everybody is eating the standard American diet and their body is chronically and systemically inflamed for days, months, weeks, years, decades. And then they end up with cancer, and then they say, oh, woe is me. Let's go try to find a cure for cancer when we are causing it. We can probably end on that. Should we show the trailer, Jen?
Yes, please.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Carnivore's healed my heart. I have had so many comments on my past videos talking about this of other people reporting the same thing. We're also working on a book, a Healing Humanity book that is going to have thousands of testimonies of healing. Because when I tell people about me, they say, oh, you're just an anecdote. You're just a fluke. No, I am not. Thousands and thousands of people healing. I'm sure there's millions at this point, but
I'm sure.
there will be thousands in our book. And if you want to share your story in our book, if you want to watch our trailer, if you want to share our trailer, if you want to help heal humanity, if you want to invest in the future of your children's healing and humanity, please visit healinghumanity.movie. You could sign up for a free newsletter. You could share your story, which may end up in our book or series. And you can watch our new trailer and our old trailer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Close it out, Jen.
You also forgot one thing. All the money from the products that you purchase go towards the documentary. There's t-shirts on there.
Yeah, I'm just so healing humanity.
Everything.
Everything.
Yes, had to add that to it. But thank you everybody for watching. Please share this with a loved one, with a friend. You know, get the word out there. We're not the only ones. There's lots of us out there that are healing from carnivore and telling the truth and helping others thrive and live.
Beep.
When I walk into a grocery store and see thousands of items on the shelf, that does not register in my brain as food. And of course it's not. This has never been food to any human being for the entirety of human history.
We've been soaking up the wrong information for so long.
Everything I thought I knew about nutrition turned out to be wrong. And it doesn't take that long to figure it out if you look at the actual science.
Your body, even though you feel like it betrayed you years ago, you actually betrayed it.
I was following the rules and getting sicker for it.
I was hopeless. I was really hopeless, and I thought, yeah, this is the way it's gonna be.
I don't think I would have made it. I honestly don't. I mean, I was 69 pounds, almost hooked up to a feeding tube.
I probably had 30 days left until I was dead.
My thought was, I'm gonna die, and I'm not gonna have a chance to tell everybody that I love them one last time.
That's just more pills and more pills and more pills and more sickness and more disease.
I look at people now on the street and I see them not doing well, and I just wonder what the food that they're eating is doing to them.
We're learning from our past way of eating that somehow we're damaged and diseased.
I want to live in a world where every doctor is not managing disease, but trying to get to the root cause of why people are sick in the first place.
That's what being a doctor's all about, isn't it? Being able to take somebody who's got no hope and give them hope. And it's a real hope. It's a true hope. It's not a false hope. I'm not interested in any other profession.
There you go, right in my face. Perfect.
I just remember being so excited about being alive again.
Changing my diet, like, absolutely saved my life.
Plain and simple, I would not be here today.
I have my life back.
It was like with a new lens, you know, new eyes, was using them for the first time.
Even though I'm 5.5 years in, I still wake up feeling impressed.
I felt the best I ever felt in my life.
I never thought I'd have a life. I really thought my life was over. And if I hadn't have had this lifestyle, that I would not be sitting here with you today. No way.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number.
Pull yourself up, you swing your leg over and you're over.
It's not healthcare, it's sick care. We don't need doctors if we're eating properly. We don't need medication.